Namaste students. Today I will discuss the last member of present family, present perfect continuous tense with you. So without wasting time, let's start. So what's the structure formula of present perfect continuous tense? Subject plus has been plus have been plus V1 plus ing plus object. We also call it for V4. I have discussed it with you while discussing present continuous tense. So again we will go according to the subjects with he, she, it plus any name plus any singular subject, like she has been reading the book since morning. She has been reading the book since morning, and because subject is singular, that's why has been we have used, and the concept of since and for I will discuss with you in detail. Now come to he has been playing for the last 4 years. And if we will go according to the plural subjects, then how we will do it? With I, we, you, they plus any plural subject. So they have been winning this competition for last 4 years. For the last 4 years. They have been winning this competition for the last 4 years. If we say you have been working on this project since 2018. You have been working on this project since 2018. So you need to understand the concept of since and for. Since, first of all, since is always used for point of time. And for is used for period of time. What's the difference between point of time and period of time? If I have written since morning. If instead of writing since morning, if I write here since 10 o'clock, since 10 o'clock, exact time is given. Exact time is given means fixed time is given. So that's why this is the point of a time. When exact timing is given, when the action starts, means वो सुबह से ये काम कर रहा है, means सुबह से, तो since morning वो 10 बजे से ये काम कर रहा है, means since 10 o'clock. So exact time is given, that's why we will use since. Now come to for, period of time. Period of time is 4 years, 3 years, 1 month. Like you have been working on this project since 2018. Instead of writing since 2018, if I write here for the last 5 years, for the last 5 years period of time, जब क्या है बहुत लंबा time period given होता है, then we will use for. Get it or not? So this is the concept of since and for. And if you have to write वे इस मकान में 1975 से रह रहे हैं means in the when we try to translate or when we translate the sentences into Hindi, it always there always comes से रहे हैं, से रहा है, से रही है, means action starts somewhere in the past and still continues in the present. So वे इस मकान में 1975 से रह रहे हैं. How you will translate it? They have been living in this house since 1975. Why we have used since? Because 1975 is up, exact or fixed time is given, point of time is given, that's why since. If I say वे इस मकान में पिछले 10 सालों से रह रहे हैं, they have been living in this house for the last 10 years, then we will use for period of time. I think you got it. And how to change the sentences into negative interrogative and negative interrogative. How you will change? I will change one sentence for you, rest the sentence you all will have to change. How you change it? Suppose this sentence is written that you can see on the board, they have been winning this competition for last 4 years. So they have not been winning this competition for the last 4 years. And if you have to make it interrogative, so have they been winning this competition for last 4 years. And negative interrogative, have they not been? In negative interrogative, have they not been, and rest of the sentence remains the same. Rest of the sentence remains the have they not been winning this competition for last 4 years. So this is the way to change the sentences into negative interrogative. And I have already told you, okay, when a sentence become interrogative, when helping verb comes before the subject, then the sentence always become interrogative. So now we will learn the uses of present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense, I have discussed, I have told it to you while writing something on the board. So to express an action that begins in past and still continues, that begins in past, first of all, the first, to express an action that begins in past and still continues or going on, still continues or going on. So an action which begins in past and still going on. He has been dancing since the party began. If I write he has been dancing since the party began. means the action started somewhere in the past, and since he has been dancing means he was still dancing in front of everyone, but he started dancing a long time back. So he has been dancing, still he is dancing, and she has been participating. So she has been practicing, not participating. She has been practicing. She has been practicing the song or this song for last 2 hours. 2 hours means he means to say she has started, the action has started somewhere in the past and still it is going on. It has been raining since morning. If I say it has been raining, it has been raining since morning. It has been raining since morning means the rain started in the morning and still it continues. So the action begins in past and still going on. So this is the first use of present perfect continuous tense. Now we will come to the next use of present perfect continuous tense. So I think you all are getting it. When you will see the video, everything will be clear to you. So next use of present perfect continuous tense is to express an action which is already finished, completed, but whose effect or result still persists. To express an action which is already finished, but whose effects or results still persists. Whose effects and results still persist. If I say I have been swimming since morning, that's why my hairs are wet. I have been swimming for last 4 hours. 4 hours. I have been swimming for last 4 hours. That's why my hairs is wet. My hair is wet. Means the action which is already finished. You have stopped swimming. Now you are sitting somewhere, but your hairs are wet because the effect of swimming is still on your body, on your face, on your hair. So that's why the action is already finished, but the result and effect of the action still persist on you, and the man is unable to get up. The man is unable to get up because why the man is unable to get up? Because he has been drinking beer for 2 hours. Because he has been drinking beer for 2 hours. He has been drinking beer for 2 hours or an hour. So he has been drinking, he has finished his drinking, but now he is lying. He is lying and he is unable to get up. Why he is unable to get up? Because of his habit of drinking. So action is already finished. He stopped drinking beer, but he is lying. He is unable to get up. So that's why the effect of beer still persists on the body of that person who has drank beer. Now the next use of this present perfect continuous tense is, next use of present perfect continuous tense is that when an article is used, listen to me, you need not to get confused. When an article, when article the is used before time references, you have to keep it in mind. Before time references, before time references, then how for when article the is used for time references, and then what's the change in without time reference? Without article you will use since last week, but with time reference the for the last week, same as since last month, but for the last month. I will give you a exercise and you have to keep this rule in mind, and when I will give you exercise, then I will check that you remember this or not. So this is the thing, you have to keep it in your mind. Come to next. Now these are the uses of present perfect continuous tense. But I have seen in these 6 or 7 years, students remain confused in the use of present perfect and present perfect continuous tense. So we will differentiate little bit between present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. So both these, you know that both the tenses can be used to express an action which begin in past and still continues. We can use both the tenses. Like if I will give you an example, like I have waited for this moment since childhood. I have waited for this moment. I have waited for this moment since childhood. This is the difference between present perfect versus present perfect continuous. Since childhood, so have waited. I have waited. Have waited is present perfect, but you can use the present perfect I have been waiting. I have been waiting for this moment since childhood. Point of time is given. Since childhood is a point of time is given. So since childhood. So I have been waiting for this moment since childhood means in first I have used present perfect tense, but in second sentence I have used present perfect continuous tense. So we can use both the tenses to express an action that begins in past and still going on, still continues. So I will write the rule for you. We can use both tenses to express an action that began in past and still going on. So but every verb cannot be used in continuous tense. There are certain verbs which cannot be used in present perfect continuous tense. Like if I write a sentence, I have felt, I always felt affection for, I have always felt affection means love affection for animals. Now look at the board. I have always felt affection for animals. This is present perfect tense. We cannot write it that I have been always felt affection for animals. This verb have always felt can be used only in present perfect tense, not in present perfect continuous tense. So we cannot write. So this sentence is correct, but the second one, have been always felt, this is incorrect. We will not use it. So some verbs cannot be used in present perfect continuous tense. And one more difference I am going to discuss with you people. That one, I think you got the difference I have discussed with you between present perfect and present perfect continuous tense. Now we are going to start the next difference. What's the next difference? Perfect continuous tense should not be used for an interrupted action. Present perfect continuous tense should not be used for an interrupted action, like present perfect continuous tense cannot be used for interrupted action. Cannot be used for interrupted action. If I will give you example, like, or in this case present perfect should be used. For interrupted action we will use, in this case we will use present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. The maid has washed. If I say the maid has washed 6 cauldrons since the maid has washed since morning. If listen, cauldrons here means a large pot in which we used to cook food. In Hindi we can say this is a type of a patila type utensil, so in which we used to cook our meal. So the maid has washed 6 cauldrons since morning. Has washed since morning. This sentence is correct. But if I write the maid has been washing, if I write the maid has been washing 6 cauldrons since morning, so this is incorrect to say. But if I write the maid has been washing, if I erase 6 from here, then this sentence also become correct. And the last difference between these two is the action represented through these two indicates different meaning. The action that both the tenses represent indicates the different meaning. The maid has washed all the, if I say the maid has washed all the cauldrons. Cauldrons means, he means to say she has finished washing. She finished washing. The last difference is this. And the maid has been been washing, the maid has been washing the cauldrons since morning. Since morning, he means to say that she has been washing the cauldrons right now and the action is still going on. So dear students, these are all the uses. I try to make everything clear between the present perfect and present perfect continuous tense with you, because this topic most of the students remain confused between present perfect and present perfect continuous, the use of present perfect and present perfect continuous. I try to clear your confusion. So thank you, stay safe at your home and utilize your time period constructively. Thank you, have a nice day.